AJ Aquia Johnson. Yes, y'all know me best as Sherane from House Party. Yes, I can still do that. And I'm also a lifestyle and wellness coach. I'm inviting you to check out my new series where I'm gonna show a few new friends how to live their best lives.
Why life therapy? Why this show? And why now?
Why the show is because I saw the Black community struggling, even before the pandemic, but especially since the pandemic. And for me, it wasn't really just about the pandemic. It was about that we were not processing and adjusting to change as much as we should. And so talking to so many people during the pandemic and my consultations from the AJ Zone and just conversations, friends, family, I just realized we were struggling and we needed help mentally, spiritually, nutritionally, physically. And so TV1 and I had been in talks for over a year at the time of the pandemic. And as they were asking me how I wanted to bring my life coaching to television. And I had told them before that I wasn't really, this is so crazy I'm telling you this because, I wasn't really hot on doing that because I've been doing coaching on TV so much. And I just kind of felt like I couldn't do it honestly. I was hearing from networks, production companies, basically that they didn't feel like a life change could happen fast enough to capture it in a 30-minute show or an hour show. And so that's why they were kind of, sprinkling me in one show and sprinkling me in another show. And so when I told that to TV1, they said, well, that's interesting because we just want to follow you. We want to watch you do what you do. We just want to give, a global audience, if you will, more insight into how you stay healthy, how you help your clients. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is the prayer answer. And so the pandemic slowed us down. We were supposed to actually go to production in 2020. And of course the pandemic hit. And they called me, I was in Africa. They called me in, I think it was like mid-December 2020 and said, listen, if you're down, we want to even start your presence with us with a podcast. I mean, Kathy Hughes owns TV1. So I was like, don't threaten me with a good one. And then, all of a sudden they said, no, Kathy wants to go straight to on the air. And if you're interested, let's do it. So that's the why now and why.
This chance to get people together, if you will. How did it stand out for you? Like, what made you say like, okay, now I can do that?
Because they basically said, we can't do this without you, which means you're executive producer. It's your content, it's your content, it's your vision, and we're here to help you create it for the viewing audience. And so I started praying and meditating and making a checklist of, number one, what I wanted to do, but also how could I present this healthy living thing differently than how we've already seen it. Anybody in healthy living, I feel like is brilliant, from Dr. Phil to Oprah to Anyanla to Brene Brown. I mean, I love all of the light workers that we've come to know on the television platform. But I was like, I'm different the way that I do it. So how can I present it to represent the difference? And so, that's why we have social media interaction, even just not on the show, but I'm doing an IG Live after each episode so that people can understand the therapy continues, even once the cameras stop rolling. That was important to me, for people to know I wasn't just doing it for TV, but I selected clients based on them reaching out to me, and you get an hour's worth of our process, but then the therapy continues. So I wanted to make sure people got to know that as the series rolled out. When TV1 said, we want to give you 18 episodes. What? 18, Danielle, 18. And I was like, okay, God, okay.
Okay, God, okay.
I was like, okay, God, I hear you, I see you, let's get it cracking. So
that's right.
I wanted to just show my personality. I wanted to break the fourth wall, as we say. I talk to you as the audience a lot during the show because I said, nobody wants to watch someone get healthy. I want you to join me as I coach them into better. So I wanted to create it so that people who were watching felt like they were also in class and in therapy.
I really love that you are showing people that it's not like, oh, you can go to therapy, uncover the thing, heal from the thing, bye.
No, and here's the other thing that I can't wait for all of you to see is a thing, is that every week I introduce you to new therapists that I researched and that I found. So the other part of it is, this show is about, I'm shooting in Atlanta because I get so many questions and so much help of, if I could afford you, if you were in Atlanta, when you come, can I take a class? Can I do a session? And so when we decided to shoot in Atlanta, the first thing I said was, I want to show the world that I can only be one place at one time. But there's enough work, unfortunately, going back to we all need help, there's enough work that I can't do it all myself anyway.
Right.
So I call it like, I found my superhero team. Like, it's okay if I'm Iron Man, but I need my Thor, I need my Hulk, I need my Spider-Man, I need my Black Widow too, right?
Yeah.
So you're gonna see every week that I'm creating my Avenger team. And it's helping you all understand there's a specialist and a therapist for pretty much anything. And they're my friends and they're a friendly energy. So I hope that, to go back to your question, Danielle, I hope that very quickly, before even 18 episodes, I hope that by maybe the 4th episode, you guys start to say, oh, so you know what? Therapy is supposed to be fun. My therapist is supposed to be my friend. My therapist is supposed to be somebody that I love, trust, open up to, can laugh with, call any time of the day or night. Yes, that's exactly what your therapist should be. And that's what I wanted to show.